I'd like to welcome everybody to the Barnesville Sports Arena tonight for the Section 8 AA girls basketball game between the Barnesville Trojans and the East Grand Forks Green Wave. East Grand Forks comes into this game with a 1-1 record. Their two games, they beat Grafton St. Thomas 65-55 to start the year, and in their most recent game, they lost 64-58 to Grand Forks Central. So this will be their first game crossing the border and playing a Minnesota school. You know, normally you would say that, oh, it's going to be different because those North Dakota schools, they've played, shot clock. Now, first year, Minnesota's adopted it. It's in full force, so something we got to get used to. You know, this is a big section game for both teams. A lot of times the seeding at the end of the year comes down to section wins, head-to-head matchups. So an early season test for both teams. There's the famous saying, great moments are born from great opportunity, and both teams tonight have a great opportunity to have a huge section win to start the year. Some stats, Barnesville's only played one game, but they're averaging 64. They've given up 42 against Wheaton. On East Grand's two games, they're averaging 61.5 points per game while giving up 59.5, so pretty even there. Some stats on East Grand for their 5 starters. So Allison Kovar, she's averaging 10 points per game. Kylie Madison is averaging 9. Tatum Vadava is averaging 21, so that's a name I think you're going to hear a lot tonight. Ella Torvalson, she's averaging 3.5, and then Maya Langerud is averaging 7. So those are your 5 starters for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. So the combination of Madison and Vadava, that's 30 points per game. Then with Kovar, that's 40. So 40 points of their 61.5 from the 3 girls. So you can sort of see they have their own big 3, as that is the popular thing in the NBA nowadays. And while we wait for the game to start, we're about 2.5 minutes to go. We'll just give a quick shout out to our sponsors, some people that we'll reference often throughout the broadcast tonight. Lee's Electric, Ratzel's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Ball Green Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Dean's Bulk Service. As the clock winds down, I'd like to give another special shout out to someone that's not here tonight, but hopefully someone that's maybe watching or listening as I told them to. My niece, Grace Schindler, she turns 22 years old today, so Grace, happy birthday, the big 22. One of Taylor Swift's favorite numbers. And one thing I know I've mentioned it a lot in the first broadcast is the shot clock, and I think it will come into play. I know in the JV game tonight it came into play a few times. I heard it. But something teams have practiced for, teams have prepared for. Certain situations are going to change because you have to do things differently. So it'll be a game of adjustments, and I think this is going to be a fast-paced game. I think both teams are going to want to get out and run, Barnesville specifically, and then I think the depth of both of these teams tonight will be tested. It's early, so you would probably think we're not in the best of shape. We're going to get in game shape, and obviously the only way to do that is to play games. So I'm going to expect, both teams are averaging in the 60s. I would expect something like that. Call it a track meet. Girls getting up and down the floor. And in talking to Coach Baumstead earlier today, that was one of his goals, is that he wants to play great defense, which makes easy offense, right? So he can play great defense to get those layups, fast break, get out in transition, lets you set up your press right away and apply that pressure and force them to make a mistake. I think you'll see East Grand come out in a little full court pressure as well. Officials are at the scorer's table. Probably giving Mr. Brian Strand some grief. And that's probably some well-deserved grief. So as the clock winds down here, I'm going to let Brett Iniger, the new voice, I guess he'll be one of the voices of the teams this year, take it away, and then we'll take the headset off and let the national anthem play.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you rise if you're able, move anywhere, and face our nation's flag as we play our national anthem.
And now the starting lineups.
Senior, number 1, Allison Kovar.
Kovar, your senior guard, averages 10 points per game.
Senior, number 2, Kylie Madison.
Senior that averages 9 points per game.
Number 5, Maya Langerud.
Langerud averages 7.
Number 23, Tatum Vadova.
Vadova averages 21. And then senior number 25, Ella Torvalson, she averages 3.5 points per game. So a lot of seniors in that lineup.
And now for your ladies.
4 seniors and a sophomore. So some definite senior leadership, some veterans.
Starting at guard, 5'4" senior, number 2, Kennedy Gray. Starting at a guard, a 5'3" junior, number 4, Sophie Frederick. Starting at a guard, a 5'8" junior, number 23, Abby John. Starting at a forward, a 5'8" junior, number 24, Lexi Hayes. And finally, starting at forward, 5'8" junior, number 30, Ava Hollingsted.
And that's your starting lineup for the Barnesville Trojans. As the officials come out, clock will be set, possession arrow will be fixed.
Cassie Zimby, assistant coach Nicole Meduser, and Emily Rumley. Head coach for the Trojans.
Good job, Brett Iniger. So we're going to have a rotation this year of 3 voices, I believe. We'll get a little bit of Brett Iniger, a little bit of Jed Johnson, and then a little bit of Nathan Strand. Shout out to our scorers table tonight. Laura Anderson will be our official book. Brian Strand will be our shot clock. Shadeza Stahlberger is going to be running the game clock. And Brett Iniger will be the voice of the Trojans. Waiting on the clock to be set. Some issues there. Looks like we're ready. Let's play hoops. Tip is won by the Trojans. Frederick has it. Loses control of it, but it looks like it was tipped out of bounds by number 1, Allison Kovar. Trojans will take it out, running that 4 high set here. Just some random motion could be. Ball's entered into Abby John. Shot fake, drive middle, kicks to the near corner to Frederick. Her 3 is up and good. Trojans 3, East Grand Forks nothing. Here comes that full court pressure. Kovar brings it up, swings it across to Langerud. Langerud gives it to the corner to Madison. Back to Kovar. Langerud has it on top. Gets a screen from Vadova, looks for the roll, does find her. Her shot is deflected out of bounds by herself, so the ball will go to the Trojans. Close call. I thought it was blocked out of bounds by Ava Fallingstead. Here comes a little full court pressure. Trojans beat it. Gray has it near side. Corner to Frederick. John, near wing, looks to drive. Gets into the lane. Puts it up. No good, but she'll go to the line for 2. That foul was on Allison Kovar. John to the line for 2. Trojans lead 3-0, 17:09 left in the first half. First one short. John's second attempt is also short. Rebound goes to Vadova. She's going to look to push. Langerud has it. Back to Vadova. Up top to Madison. Kovar's 3 is up. That's short. Offensive board goes to Torvalson. Langerud has it, skips it across to Kovar. She's going to drive baseline. Loses her dribble, keeps her dribble. Ball's deflected by Frederick. Frederick steals it. Here come the Trojans in transition. John has it far wing. She sets herself up for 3. It's long. Defensive board goes to Kovar. Drives in. Bunch of Trojans there waiting. Frederick's pass is out of bounds. Turnover Trojans. East Grand Forks will set up. Vadava to enter. Madison has it near wing. Screen coming from Torkelson, but she skips it across. Looks to drive. Short. Defensive board goes to Gray. She's going to look to push. Leads Lexi Haft on the break. Back to Fallinstead. She loses it. Turnover Trojans. East Grand looks to push. Madison has it. Up top to Vadava. Sets herself up for a three. In and out. Offensive board, East Grand. Madison's going to take it all the way. Layup's good. Trojans lead 3-2. Here comes a little 1-2, 1-1 full court press. Trojans look to break it. Fallinstead skips it across to Gray. Gray drives. Haft up top. Near wing to Frederick. Back up top to John to set things up. Enter the corner. Here comes the screen. Frederick brings it up, skips it across. That ball is going to be stolen by Madison. Kovar has it near wing. Skips it across to a cutting Vadava. Her layup's no good. Defensive board goes to Haft. John looks to push. Haft, top of the key, is going to drive. Kicks to Frederick. Her three's up. Short. Board goes to Vadava. She's going to look to push. Her pass sails wide. Turnover East Grand Forks. Bunch of substitutions here. Checking in for the Trojans, number 15, Macy Pana. Checking into the game, number 22, Ellie Marcotte. Number 14, Taylor Berg. And the other one, I think, is going to be 33, Ella Gerber. Ball up top. East Grand Forks drives. Gerber has it. Drives in. She's fouled. Right into the game, and she's aggressive. Ella Gerber will go to the line for two. With the Trojans leading 3-2. That follows on Lexi Haft, her first, team's first. Her first free throw is up and no good. Gerber's second is good. It's a 3-3 game. Here comes the full court pressure. Haft enters it, John, back to John. She beats it with a pass to Gray. Gray's going to take it all the way. Her floater's up, and it's good. Off the glass. Kennedy Gray for two. Here comes that full court pressure by the Trojans. John takes a chance and gambles. Vadava's going to drive it in. Back to Gerber. Gerber's shot's no good. Offensive board, Vadava. Kicks it out. Langrud has it on top. She's going to look to drive middle. Defense is there, and it's a travel. Good help defense there by the Trojans. I think that was Macy Pana who stepped in. Substitutions here. Auburn Hinson into the game for the Trojans, number 22. Number 15, Cameron Adams for East Grand Forks. So lots of substitutions right away. So a little 1-2, 1-1. Going to go up the side here. Back to the middle to Pana. She's going to look to break. Pana takes it all the way. Layup is no good, but guess who? Ava Fallinstead for two. Cameron Adams is going to bring it up for East Grand. Back to Vadava at the top of the key. She's going to pass, set a ball screen. Comes Adams off of it. She's going to get all the way to the hole. Her layup rims out. Offensive board. Guess who? Vadava. And she's fouled, so she'll go to the line for one. I think you can see that right away that Tatum Vadava her impact's going to be felt all over the floor. She's rebounding offensively, defensively. She's bringing the ball up. She's setting screens. She's getting screens. She does it all. Her free throw attempt is no good. Hits the top of the backboard, so that is out of bounds. Trojans lead 7-5, 13:22 left here in the first half. Here comes that full court pressure. Get it up the side. There goes Auburn Hintz. Finds Abby John. Pass to Fallingstead. Her layup is good. Lots of contact, no call. No big deal. East Grand enters it. Adams brings it up. Pushes up the side. Good defense by John. They have her trapped in the corner. Inside to Gerber. Hits a cutting Vadova, who's going to hit a spin move here. Layup no good. Fallingstead with the board. Lots of contact. Foul's going to go on number 14, Taylor Berg. It's going to be her first, team second. As you can see, both teams want to get the ball and they want to run. They want to get the board and push it up the floor. Maybe that's why we're seeing a lot of substitutions. John, handoff to Hintz, swings it across. Tapana, screened by Haft. Back to John. Screened by Fallingstead. Hits Fallingstead on the roll. Her layup is up and no good. But we got a body foul. That's going to go on number 15, Cameron Adams. So Fallingstead to the line for 2. That's East Grand Forks' 3rd foul. Fallingstead's first free throw is short. Checking into the game for the Trojans, number 33, Piper Thompson. A 5'8" freshman. Fallingstead's second free throw's up and good. Nothing but the net. East Grand Forks going to look to push again. Get it inside to Gerber. Ball's deflected. Hintz is going to push it up to John. Abby John, fast break layup is good. Adams has it. He's going to bring the ball up. Finds Berg. Berg drives in. Her layup is good. Nice move by Taylor Berg. John's going to bring it up near side here. Drives corner. Handoff to Hintz. Hintz drives middle. Kicks opposite wing to Pana. Thompson looks to put the ball on the floor and drive. Her layup's good. Nice scoop shot by Piper Thompson. Adams to bring it up for the Green Wave. She's defended by Piper Thompson. Good screen by number 25, Ella Torvelson. Nice back cut by Marcotte. Gerber's layup's no good. Board goes to Fallingstead. Here comes Auburn Hintz looking to push. Hit a little Euro step. Layup no good. Rebound goes to Marcotte. Here comes Adams bringing it up. Hits Torvelson trailing. Her shot is no good, short. John gets it, looks to push. He's got Pana wide open in the corner. She's going to put the ball on the floor. Lots of contact, no foul. Got to play through it. Defensive board went to Torvelson. Here's Adams bringing it up. Nice cut by Berg. Her layup's no good. Lots of action there on the floor. Both teams hustling. John dove for it, tried to save it, threw it up. Not sure who deflected out of bounds. Officials will meet, we'll talk. All right, I know Green Wave, East Grand Forks is a hockey school, so both teams pretty much just did a line change there. A lot of substitutions that we'll get caught up on. So officials meet, they talk, and they decide that it's Barnesville's ball. Here comes that full court pressure. Thompson gets it up the side. Hintz drives middle here. As Cassette. Cassette's three is up. It's long. Good hustle by both 15s, I guess. 15 from both teams, Adams and Pana. Madison's layup's no good. Defensive board goes to Hintz. Jump ball. Possession will stay with East Grand Forks Green Wave. By the way, shout out to Auburn Hintz. It's her 16th birthday today. Happy birthday, Auburn. Checking into the game for the Green Wave is Maya Langerud. Gonna stack it here, 4 at the elbow. Ooh, straight down. Like that play by East Grand Forks. You get the first two going opposite directions. That third one just comes right down the middle. She was wide open. Little ball screen by Vadova. Langerud, her three's up. It's long. Ball is deflected out of bounds. It's going to go to the Trojans. Substitutions for the Trojans coming in. Number 2, Kennedy Gray, and number 4, Sophie Frederick. Lots of action here in the first 7 minutes and 42 seconds. Lots of running up and down this court. You can see that girls are getting tired. Full court pressure slowing the Trojans down. Gray's going to look to drive middle to Thompson, who gets it across to Cassette. Corner to Frederick. Back to Cassette. She's going to put the ball on the ground. Loses out of bounds, but deflected out of bounds by the Green Wave. East Grand Forks. So ball will stay with the Trojans. 4 high set. Ball thrown up top to Cassette. Top to Piper. Coach Bromstead wants him to swing it. Frederick's going to drive baseline. Her floater, I think it's blocked. And then knocked out of bounds by 25, Ashley Manival. Vadova to enter. Madison back to Vadova. Looking for Kovar here. Madison's going to drive. She's going to be fouled by the Trojans. We'll see who that's on. 14, that's going to be on Annika Cassette. Her first, team's third. Vadova to enter it. Madison. Madison's going to drive middle. Has Kovar up top. Vadova dribble handoff. Madison's 3. It's off the top of the backboard. Girls are hustling all over for it. Frederick gets it, passes ahead to Gray. Gray's going to drive. Little jumper from the middle. No good. Rebound Cassette. Her offensive board's up and good. 2 points for Annika Cassette. Trojans lead 16-7. Here comes that full court pressure. Frederick pressuring the ball. Here comes Thompson to trap. Gets it to Vadova. Vadova has Madison. Across to Kovar. Finds herself under the basket. Up top. Skips it across. To Langard. Her 3 is short. Board goes to Ashley Manival. Gets it up to Cassette. She's going to look to push. Good change of direction. She throws it to Frederick. Corner to Gray. Back up top to Thompson, who looks inside. Nice steal by Vadova. That foul is going to go on number 25, Ashley Manival. Her first, team's 4th. Checking into the game for the Trojans, number 23, Abby John. And it looks like number 24, Lexi Haift. You can see some hands around the knees, hands around the hips. This is a track meet right now. Vadova skips it across to Kovar. Back to Vadova in the middle. She's going to bring it up. Good ball pressure by the Trojans. Screen by Vadova. John steals it. She's going to look to push it here all the way. Fast break layup is good by number 23, Abby John. Here comes that pressure. Steal again by John. Has a cutting Frederick. Frederick loses out of bounds. Turnover Trojans. East Grand Forks will get the ball back. Right idea. John trying to cheer her teammates on, say, hey, no big deal, we'll get the next one. Vadova to enter. Langard has it, back to Vadova. Up top to Kovar, wide open for a layup. That layup's good. Good press break by the Green Wave. John skips it across. Gray's going to drive middle. There's the Haift to John. Skips it to the corner, far corner. Frederick's going to put the ball down. Lots of contact there. Foul is going to be on number 5, I believe. Maya Langarud. Her first, team's 4th. Sophie Frederick to the line for 2. First one's no good. Check into the game for the Green Wave, number 14, Taylor Berg, and number 22, Ellie Marcotte. For the Trojans, number 30, Ava Fallenstead. Frederick's second free throw's short. Rebound, Vadova. Bring it up. Shot fake. Ball's in the corner, number 22, Ellie Marcotte. Looks inside for Vadova. Good ball pressure by Ava Fallenstead, who forces a 5-second call. Reminds me of the old drills we used to do with Coach Hendrickson. Couldn't dribble, start practice off, rolling the ball out to your teammate, and then playing defense on them where you have to trace the ball, but you got to be up in their face. They can't dribble. Abby John's jumper's no good. Offensive board by Ava Fallingstead, who puts it back up. Lots of contact, no foul. Defensive board goes to number 25, Ella Torvalson. Langard has it, gives it to Vadova. Vadova back up to Torvalson. She drives in, and that's going to be a travel. Turnover on the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Have to enter. Middle to John here from Gray. She's going to look to push. Gets in there. Nice step through. Layup's good by Abby John. Here comes Vadova. Hand off to Torvalson. Berg has it. Good ball pressure by John. Both teams are laying out for the ball right now. Good hustle by both, but it looks like we'll have a foul on the Trojans. Number 30, Ava Fallingstead. Good hustle by number 14 there, Taylor Berg as well. You know, she's outsized by Ava, and put your body on the line like that says a lot about the player. Put the team first, sacrifice yourself for that. Near corner to Berg. She's going to drive, get into the lane, throws one up, no good. Defensive board goes on Annika Cassette. She's going to take it herself. Pushes it, has Kenny DeGray in the corner. Far three, up and rims out. Offensive rebound, Lexi Haft. Off Lexi Haft. We'll go the other way with the Green Wave. Vadova to take it out. Here comes that little 2-2-1 full court press by the Trojans. Frederick pressures the ball. Vadova goes middle. Langard has it, bringing up the near side. Looks to drive middle. Backdoor cut by Berg, not there. Marcotte puts it on the ground, drives baseline, finds Torvalson. Taylor Berg's jumper's good. Looks like we'll have an official's timeout. Checking into the game for the Green Waves, number 1, Allison Kovar, and then number 33, Ella Gerber. And, number 2, Kylie Madison. Lots of substitutions here. Hopefully Ellie's all right. I know she's going to see the awesome trainer, Shane Siegler. Nice step through by, nope, one extra step there by Frederick. Right idea, just took that extra step. Checking into the game here, I think we have a substitution. It's going to be Abby John for number 14, Annika Cassette. Comes that full court pressure again by the Trojans. Kovar enters it. We're going to have a foul. Trojans getting too aggressive. It's going to go on Lexi Haft. East Grand will take it out again. So the next foul from the Trojans will put the Green Wave in the bonus, 1-1. Hintz into the game. Vadova back in for the Green Wave. Madison has it. Back to Kovar. Back to Madison. Look in middle. Not there. Kovar picks up her dribble. Deflected by Gray. And that's a 10-second call. Great defensive pressure by the Trojans. Trojans will take the ball out here on the baseline. Gray enters it to John. John's going to look to drive. Gets into the middle, has Fallingstead. Her layup's no good. Offensive board, Hintz. That's good. Birthday girl, right spot, right time. Pressure again. John with the steal. She's going to look to go. Little scoop layup, and that's good. Nice hesitation move. Here comes that pressure. Kovar has it. She gets it across. Good pass up to Berg. Her jumper's off the side of the rim. Goes out of bounds, but we got a foul on the rebound on Trojans number 2, Kennedy Gray. So looks like Green Wave will be shooting a 1-1. Checking into the game for the Green Wave is Cameron Adams. Kylie Madison will be your shooter. It's a 1-1. Madison's first free throw is good. Checking into the game for the Trojans, number 15, Macy Pana. Trojans lead 24-12 with 5 minutes and 1 second left here in the first half. Second free throw is up, no good. Defensive board fall instead. John's going to look to push. Gets in. That's going to be a blocking foul on Allison Kovar. Her second. Team's sixth, excuse me. Hasn't updated yet. And this will be 2 shots. John's first one's up and good. Checking into the game for the Green Wave is number 5, Maya Langerud. Second free throw is also good. Trojans lead 26-12. Comes that full court pressure. Pana pressuring the ball. Vadova's going to break it down the middle. Looks to take it all the way. Baseline jumper up from Vadova. No good. Defensive board goes to John. She's triple teamed as we speak. Frederick gets it up court to Hintz. Her layup's no good. Offensive board goes to Fallinstead. Good play by Ava. Right place, right time. Ball's deflected out of bounds by Abby John. It's that relentless pressure right now by the Trojans. It can be tiring, and you can see that. Both teams. Abby John's got her hands on her knees. Vadova brings it up, gets it inside. Nice move by number 33, Ella Gerber. That'll get her to the line for 2. Had good position on the inside and was able to force that contact. That's Fallinstead's second foul. Barnesville's 8th. Gerber to the line for 2. First free throw's good. Second one is also good. Checking into the game for the Trojans will be number 33, Piper Thompson. Comes a full court pressure here by the Green Wave. I believe it's going to be their 1-2-1-1. Nope, just going to man up. Turnover on Frederick. Madison has it. Hits a cutting Vadova. She's going to take it in. Left-handed layup's no good. Defensive board goes to Hintz. Hintz will look to push. Has Frederick in the near corner. She throws it back. Piper Thompson's shot's long and no good. Defensive board goes to Vadova. She'll push. Got a couple trailing. Finds Langerud, who skips it across to Madison. Her 3 is up. Her 3's long. Defensive board goes to Sophie Frederick. John's going to slow things down. She goes corner, far corner to Pana, who's going to drive, try to take it all the way. Her layup rims out. Frederick with the hustle play. Acrobatic play, I should say. Hintz has it. She's going to look to drive. Frederick, she's a shooter. Her 3 is good. Assist to the birthday girl, Auburn Hintz. John deflects it, and that's an interesting play. I would have thought she had a possession to call that over and back, but no. Frederick's other 3 is up, and that one's good. That's going to force a timeout from East Grand Forks. That extends the Trojans' lead to 20 points. And that's a full timeout. So we'll take this time to thank our sponsors. Lee's Electric, Ratzo's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Ball Green Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Dean's Bulk Service. Looking ahead at our activity schedule here for the rest of the week. Today is December 5th. So today we had a 7th and 8th grade girls basketball games versus Breckenridge in our elementary gym. And tonight we had the JV game at 6 and the current game, the varsity game, at 7:30 against East Grand Forks. Thursday, December 7th, we're going to have a 7th and 8th grade game in Hawley. 7th grade starts at 4:30, 8th grade starts at 5:30. We'll be hosting Breckenridge for JV and varsity girls basketball. Game times at 6 and 7:30. This Friday, Our wrestling team will be getting underway their first contest. They'll have a duel against United Clay Becker, which is Lake Park and Hawley. That'll be in Lake Park starting at 6 for the JV, junior high, and then 7:30 for varsity. Our JV girls and varsity girls will be traveling to Kindred for a 6 o'clock JV game and a 7:15 varsity game. And then Saturday, well, our 7th and 8th grade girls basketball teams will be traveling to Ada Bort for a 9 a.m. tournament, and our varsity wrestling team will be heading to West Central for the West Central area tournament. That starts at 9:30. We are back into action here. Vadova takes it. Madison had it back to Vadova. Going to throw it up to Gerber, combining Taylor Berg and Ella Gerber's last names. Pana's going to look to drive baseline. Hands it off to John. John's going to pull it back, slow things down. Dribble handoff to Fredericks. Pushes across to Hintz. Back to John. Pana cuts through. Going to set a screen on the baseline. Thompson left open for a jumper from the baseline. That one's long. Defensive board goes to Madison. She's going to push. She's got somebody. That's number 15. Cameron Adams, but her layup's no good. And that's going to be a travel on Piper Thompson. East Grand Forks will take the ball out of bounds, be able to set up a baseline play. They're going to come out in a box set. Maybe the classic screen the screener, and it looks like something similar. Corner to Madison. She looks to drive, cut off. Vadova has it. She puts the ball on the floor, gets all the way. Lots of contact, and she's drawn a foul, I believe. .22, Auburn Hintz, her first, team's 9th. Vadova to the line for 2. First one's no good. Here comes Vadova's second free throw attempt. That one's also long. Defensive board to Abby John. She's got Frederick way ahead. Skips it across to Pana, a little too high. Good hustle by Thompson, but not enough. Ball will go back to East Grand Forks. Turnover Trojans. Coach is yelling, shoot that, shoot that. Marcotte to enter it. Trojans coming out in that full court pressure again. Gets it into Madison. Back to Marcotte. She's going to look to drive. The sideline, nothing there. Looks middle. Gets it up to Adams. Adams gets it to Vadova. Hits a spin move. That layup's good. And she's going to get a free throw. Nice spin move by Tatum Vadova. Foul's going to go on Piper Thompson, her first, team's 10th. Vadova to the line for an and 1. And it's good. It's a 3-point play the old-fashioned way for Tatum Vadova. Hintz enters it to John. Back to Hintz. Skips it ahead to Pana. Might have got away with the double dribble. John has it here near wing. Up top to Panas. Auburn Hintz's 3 rims out. Offensive board Thompson. She's fouled by number 33, Ella Gerber. She'll go to the line for 2. That's Gerber's first. East Grand Forks' 6th team foul. Thompson to the line for 2. First one is no good. Her second one is long. Jump ball. Ball will stay with the Trojans. Good hustle play by Piper Thompson to hustle after her miss and force a jump ball. Ashley Manival into the game for the Trojans. Hintz to take it out. Baseline, out of bounds play. That 4-high look by the Trojans. Finds a cutting Ashley Manival. Back out to Hintz. Her 3 is up. In and out. We're going to have an over the back call on Ashley Manival, which is going to allow Tatum Vadava to go to the line for 2. If you're the Trojans, it's not what you want right now. You're in the double bonus, or excuse me, East Grand Forks is in the double bonus. So any little knick-knack foul like that's going to give them 2 free throws, which is an easy way to get back into the game. Vadava's first free throw's up and good. Trojans now lead 34-18. Maya Langerud checking into the game for the Green Wave. Vadava's second free throw is up and good. 34-19. John's going to look to push. Gets to the middle, kicks it to Pana, who's going to drive. Back to John. Little pick and roll, nothing there. Basket cut by Frederick. John to Hintz. Hintz is going to throw up another 3. As Brett Enniger just said, Auburn Hintz for 3, birthday girl. Banks one home. And I know I joked about it last time. Well, obviously she does some mobile banking, because I'm not sure what bank is open this late. Nice play by East Grand to push the ball ahead. I think when the Trojans are going to be celebrating a little bit, Grand Forks, East Grand Forks Green Wave will go to line for 2. Fall was on Manival, her 3rd. First one is up and no good. Marcotte will get a second one. Her second free throw is good. Checking in for the Green Waves, number 25, Ella Torvilson. Comes at full court pressure. So a minute 8 until half. Trojans lead 37-20. Hintz has it again. Back to John. John's going to throw up a 3. Her 3's long. Rebound goes to Marcotte. She's going to look to push. Her layup's no good. Defensive board to Pana. Goes to John. She skips it to Hintz in the middle. Hintz drives in. Her layup's no good. Defensive board went to Torvilson. Nice pass ahead to Marcotte. Her layup's good. Pass into Pana. Nice little play there by East Grand Forks. Layup goes to Madison. Good full court pressure here by the Green Wave. Trojans having trouble breaking it. Get it ahead to Frederick. Up top to John. She's going to look to drive. Throws it across. That's a turnover. Steal by Vadava. She's going to push. 5 seconds. She's going to drive in. Lots of contact. Layup's good. What a great last about a minute and a half here for the Green Wave to close. I know that lead had grown to 20, and now they're going to go into half with only trailing by 11. So if you're East Grand Forks, you got to be pretty happy with the results the last couple minutes there for them to go on that mini run. And all it was they just cranked up the defensive pressure, forced Barnesville into some uncomfortable situations, which results in turnovers. And then those are easy baskets the other way for East Grand Forks. So at half, Trojans lead 37-26. Just some stats that are up on the board. Leading the Trojans with 10 points is Abby John. Sophie Frederick has 6 points. Auburn Hintz has 5. Leading the East Grand Forks Green Wave is going to be Vadava, Tatum Vadava with 9. Madison has 5. Marcotte has 3. And Gerber also has 3. So it's a 37-26 ball game at half. And we'll just thank our sponsors again: Lee's Electric, Ratzel's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Ballgreen Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Dean's Bulk Service. And what I'll do is I'll turn my headset down and set it down for a brief couple of minutes here while I run downstairs and enjoy the tunes that are being played by Mr. Brett Enniger. So at half, it's Barnesville 37, East Grand Forks 26. welcome back. We're about 1 minute and 45 seconds left at halftime here until the second half. Once again, Trojans lead 37-26. Great end of the first half by the Green Wave that cut into that big Trojans lead, and it gave them life. I think they weren't in a good spot there, so you got to be happy if you're a Green Wave fan because they closed that half strong, and you can use that momentum here to carry that out in the second half. And if you're Barnesville, I'm sure Coach Baumsted's addressed it at half, is that you have your foot on the gas pedal. You can't hit the brakes. I'm a Texas Longhorns football fan, and Coach Steve Sarkisian, his motto is all gas, no brakes, right? You don't want to use the brakes. You want to keep your foot on that gas pedal. And I think Trojans took their foot off that, which gave the Green Wave life, and let's see what East Grand Forks does with it. And it's also a game of adjustment, so you see both teams applying full court pressure. Maybe there's a different press break here. Maybe there's a different press break there. Maybe they're going to try to slow it down more. We'll see. I know what I would do if I was East Grand Forks. I would find a way to get Tatum Vadava the ball. She does a nice job with just about everything. Like I said before, she brings the ball up. She rebounds. She defends. She posts up. She sets screens. She does it all. It'll be East Grand Forks ball to start the half. Looks like the same starting lineup here in the second half for the Trojans. Quiet atmosphere here in the BSA tonight. It's Hawaiian night, so lots of pretty cool Hawaiian shirts, probably borrowed from their dads. All right, East Grand Forks comes right away, and you know what? Looking inside, that's a different look. They didn't really look inside much. But the Trojans forced a turnover. John's going to look to push. Near corner here to Frederick. Her three is short. Rebound goes to guess who? Tatum Vadava. And she'll go coast to coast with it. Her layup's no good. Rebound Fallingstead. She's going to look to push. Kennedy Graywood had a wide open layup. She found herself drifting to the corner instead of heading towards the basket. Her shot's no good. Rebound's going to go to East Grand Forks, which was number 25, Ella Torvelson. Madison's three's up. That one's no good. Fight for the board goes to Lexi Haft, who gets it ahead to Frederick. A cutting John, back to Frederick, skips it across to Gray. Wide opens Ava Fallingstead. Her layup's good. Here comes the full court pressure again by the Trojans. Nice adjustment there by Green Wave. They had a flasher there towards the middle. Get it ahead to Langerud. Her shot is up and good. Way to use the glass, Maya. Gray's going to bring it up. Gets it ahead to Frederick. Her shot fake. Up top to John. Trojans will slow it down. Gray's going to pop one here from the near wing. That one's long. Rebound went to Kovar. Kovar's going to push. She's got Madison ahead. Vadava's going to let it rain. No good. Defensive board goes to Frederick. She'll push. She's got Fallingstead way ahead. Chooses not. Goes far corner to Gray, who drives baseline. Tries to get into Fallingstead, who might have got poked in the eye. Nice pass. That was by Maya Langerud up ahead. For Madison, her layup was no good, but guess who's there? Allison Kovar. And it's 39-30 here. 2 minutes into the second half. Kennedy Gray's three in transition's good. Extends that lead to 12. Comes the pressure. Langerud trying to get it across. Finally does to Kovar. Good pass to Vadava. Her layup's no good. Lots of contact inside, but refs are letting them play. John's going to take it. She's got two shooters in the corner. Takes it herself. Her layup's no good. Rebound went to Madison. She's going to push. Got Kovar in the corner. Thinks about the three. Decides not to. Throws it into Vadava. Back to Kovar. Her three from the corner is short. Rebound goes to Vadava. And that's going to be an offensive foul on number 23, Tatum Vadava, saying she lowered her shoulder. Prior to that, it was a good effort by Vadava to get that offensive board. It might have dipped her shoulder a little too much to clear space. East Grand Forks will come out in some full court pressure here. Hafe to take it out for the Trojans. John's wide open here near corner. They'll clear out and let her take it herself. Skips across to Frederick. She'll let it fly, no good. John offensive board. A little jumper from the free throw line is up and good. That's her 12th point of the night for Abby John. Extends the Trojans lead to 14. That's a reach-in foul on number 24, Alexi Haft. Couple substitutions. Auburn Hintz into the game. Get it inside to Gerber, who kicks it back out to Berg. Berg's going to look to drive. She loses it, but it's deflected out of bounds by Fallingstead. Ball will stay with the Green Wave. And they'll take it out of bounds here, come out in that box set for the baseline play. Looks like it's a screen. The screener play as Coach Baumstead yells it out. Near corner there to Adams, who dribbles it up top. Dribble handoff to Berg. She's going to take it to the basket. Vadova's three from the corner. That's long. Rebound goes to Marcotte, who finds Adams. Her three's up. Her three's no good. Short. Adams loses control. Maybe played through a little contact there. Ball will go back to Barnesville. Hintz to take it out for the Trojans. Trojans clear out again. Let Abby John bring it up herself. She's going to push. A little handoff to Gray. Her three's up. Her three's long. Here comes East Grand Forks. They're going to push up ahead to Adams. Gray's going to look to push. Finds Hintz. She dribbles across. Nice step through move. Her layup's no good. Rebound Fallingstead. Nice play by number 22, Ellie Marcotte, to force a jump ball. Ball's going to stay with the Trojans. Here comes that line change again for East Grand Forks. Looks like Kovar, looks like Madison, looks like Langerud, and Torvelson. Be Barnesville's ball out of bounds here in the baseline. That four high look again. Hana gets it in. Deflected by Kovar to Hintz, who passes inside. It's going to be kicked by number 25, Ella Torvelson. Pana to inbound for the Trojans. Gets it into Auburn Hintz, and that's going to be a turnover on Auburn Hintz. Trojans lead 44-30. Kovar brings it up. Dribbling at the top of the key. Has a basket cut. That corner three's no good. It's short. Off defensive board goes to John. She's going to look to push. Skips it ahead to Fallingstead. Her layup's no good. Madison looks to push. Has Langerud. She drives in. Kicks to Kovar. Her three's no good. Board goes to John. And that's going to be a reach-in foul on number 2. Kylie Madison checking into the game for the Trojans, number 14, Annika Cassette. Haft will take it out on the far side. With the Trojans leading 44-30. Haft has it, it's going to drive middle. Loses control of the ball. Turnover Trojans. Here come the Green Wave. Langerud has it up top to Torvelson. Torvelson brings it over here to Madison. Nice basket cut by Kovar. Up top to Langerud. She's going to drive, gets in. Throws up a shot, no good. Defensive board goes to Fallingstead. Comes a little forecourt pressure by the Green Wave. Cassette breaks it. Hana's going to put it on the ground. Hintz will drive baseline. Nothing there. Goes it up top to Haft. She throws up a jump shot from the elbow. No good. Offensive board goes to Haft, and that's good. Nice hustle play by Lexi Haft. Here comes that 1-2-1-1 full court press. Fallingstead with the steal. And that's going to be a reach-in fall on number 22, Ellie Marcotte. Haft to inbounds. Tatum Vadova back into the game for the Green Wave. Turnover on Lexi Haft. I think she forgot she was out of bounds and tried to dribble it inbounds. Ball goes back to the Green Wave. Kovar bringing it up. Inside to Vadova. Nice play by the Green Wave, but I believe that was number 5, Maya Langerud. Found herself a little too deep under the basket, but her missed shot, guess who's there to clean it up? Number 23, Tatum Vadova. She'll go to the line for 2. Auburn Hintz's first foul. Trojan second. Vadova to the line for 2. First one's up. That one's short. A couple substitutions. Number 15, Cameron Adams, and number 33, Piper Thompson for the Trojans. Vadova's second free throw. That one's up. That one rims out. Defensive board goes to Cassette. Here come the Trojans. Hintz brings it up. Far corner. Haft drives baseline. Throws it up top to Pana. There goes Hintz driving baseline. Tries to force it inside to Thompson. Not there. Turnover Trojans. Vadova's going to bring it up herself. Picks up her dribble. Kovar. Madison's 3. No good. Board goes to Piper Thompson. Comes Lexi Haft to bring it up. Never mind that. Gets it to Annika Cassette. She pushes far corner. Macy Pana's 3. That one's short. Rebound goes to Madison. Madison finds Adams in the corner. Vadova posting up. Good defense inside by Haft. Kovar's 3 is no good. Good save by Madison. Trojans have numbers. Pass ahead to Hintz. Her layup's up and good. Assist goes to Piper Thompson. Comes that full court pressure. Applied by Pana and Annika Cassette. Gets it to Kovar. Thinks about the 3. Thinks about it again. Skips it across to Adams. Defensive pressure applied by Hintz. Little dribble handoff. Kovar drives in. Finds Marcotte. Her 3's no good. Good effort by number 1, Allison Kovar. They look inside to Vadova. Somehow got back to Kovar. Guess who's there again for the offensive board? Vadova. Her 3 is short. No good. And that one goes out of bounds. Substitutions for the Green Wave. Number 14 and number 33. It's Taylor Berg and Ella Gerber. Coming to the game for the Trojan, number 4, number 2. Sophie Frederick, number 4, Kennedy Gray, number 2, and then another sub for the Green Wave is number 25, Ella Torvelson. Kennedy Gray to bring it up for the Trojans. She's going to drive. Lots of contact, nothing called. Haft kicks it corner to Gray. Shot fake. Up top to Cassette, who swings it over to Frederick. Up top to Haft. Across to Cassette. Cassette looks to drive middle. Nothing home. Back up top to Haft. She gives a shot fake. She's going to try to take it all the way. Her shot's no good. Offensive board, Piper Thompson, but taken away by number 25, Torvelson. Vadova's going to push it here. She'll try to take it all the way. Plays through that contact. No shot. They're going to call it on the ground, a hold. It's going to go on number 14, Annika Cassette, her second. Team's third. Abby John checking into the game for the Trojans. Comes that stack set. First one going out, coming down. We got the top one there. Nice back cut by number 14. Taylor Berg, good read by her. The ball's kicked out of bounds by the Trojans. East Grand Forks box set. Got to screen up. Screen the screener play, and there she is, wide open for the layup. And that's good. It's going to be an and one for number 25, Ella Torkelson. One of your most classic baseline out of bounds plays out of that box set. It's that screen the screener. You set the initial screener. Screen up, and then that diagonal screen is going to be screening the original screener. Her free throw's good. That completes the old-fashioned three-point play. So on that out-of-bounds play, it forces the defense to talk. So if the defense isn't communicating and letting him know a screen's coming, that girl's going to be wide open. And I know it's about as simple as it gets, but it is the most effective out-of-bounds play. John's going to drive. Her layup's good. Trojans come back out in that full-court pressure, looking to trap. Get it ahead to Torkelson. That's a turnover. Thompson with the steal. Could have been over and back possibly again, but Abby John's free throw jumper's good. It's always that one whether or not that person's established, position on this side of the half-court line or not. Adams' layup's good. Nice press break by the Green Wave. John's going to bring it up, maybe look to slow it down just a little bit. She kicks it to the corner to Kennedy Gray. Thinks about the three. John's going to cross up, slips, probably on some perspiration on the ground. Gray drives baseline, loses control of it. Turnover Trojans. Back to the Green Wave. Kylie Madison and Ellie Marcotte into the game for the Green Wave. Nice pass. Good play by number 2, Kylie Madison, but couldn't finish the layup. She almost steals that one again on the baseline. Ball will go the Trojans' way. Check into the game for the Trojans. Number 30, Ava Fallinstead, and number 10, Bella Snowball. John to bring it up. Kicks it corner to Frederick. Her three. Short. Offensive board goes Ava Fallinstead. Gives it to John. John's layup's good. That's her 18th point of the night. Trojans lead 54-35. Nice offensive board by Ella Torkelson. I believe that was on number 14, Taylor Berg's shot. Torkelson finds herself in the right place. Worked hard to get that board. Gray to bring it up for the Trojans. Skips it ahead to Frederick in the corner, near corner. She drives middle. Back to Gray. Frederick's going to dribble it to the middle. Snowball swings it to Fallinstead in the corner. Fallinstead's going to drive. Nothing there. Good defensive play by Torkelson. 2 back-to-back plays by her that are impacting the game in a positive way. Checking in the game is number 1, Allison Kovar, and number 33, Ella Gerber. It's going to be a timeout, Barnesville. Ryan Baumstead decides to take a full timeout with 7 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second half, with the Trojans leading 54-37. And with that, we'll thank our sponsors again. Thank you, Lee's Electric, Four Hill Farms, Ratzell's Pool Hall, Ball Green Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Dean's Bulk Service. Looking ahead, I know we did the activity schedule through this weekend, but looking ahead to next week's activity schedule, Monday, December 11th, our 7th and 8th grade girls will be playing DGF at 4 and 5 o'clock over at DGF. And then we'll also be having our elementary program, which is the 5th and 6th grade program, at 7 o'clock that night in the PAC, the Performing Arts Center. Tuesday, December 12th, so 1 week from today, our 7th and 8th grade girls basketball teams will be playing Pelican Rapids, 4:30, 5:30. Our boys will be opening their season with the JV starting at 6 o'clock in Detroit Lakes. C team will play at 7:30 in Detroit Lakes, and boys varsity at 7:45. Those times are a little different because DL will be hosting a doubleheader that night with their girls as well. And then that night at home, December 12th, our JV girls and varsity girls basketball teams will be hosting Park Rapids. 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity. All right, back to the action. Kennedy Gray to inbound the ball on the baseline. Trojans come out again in that 4-high look. Just some random motion. Fallinstead cuts hard to the basket, nothing there. Ball is passed and bounces. Turnover Trojans. I'm going to assume that's not what Coach Baumstead talked about in that timeout. John with the steal. She'll push. She'll take it. Her layup is up and good. And that's going to be a body foul. That's going to be an and one. Nice play by number 23, Abby John. It's going to be Madison's second foul, the East Grand Forks fourth foul. So John to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. This will be her 21st point of the night if she makes it. And it's good. 21 for Abby John, and that Trojans lead is 20. Gerber, get it ahead to her. Her layup's good. Nice easy press break by East Grand Forks. Get it up the sideline and right back to the middle. John's going to break the press herself. Throws near Kenny Grace, three's up. That one's long. Rebound goes to Vadova. She'll push. She's got Kovar running the floor. Deflected out of bounds off number 4, Sophie Frederick. East Grand Forks will take the ball out of bounds on the baseline. What will they come out in? A stacked look? They're going to run a little different look. I like that. They make a line, have Madison in the corner. Up top to Kovar for a three. It's long. Board goes to John. She's going to look to push, and she has numbers. Or girls ahead, excuse me, if she wants it, but she's going to slow it down a little bit. Frederick skips it across the Snowball at the top of the key. Snowball passes to Gray. Back up top to Frederick, to John. Near wing. She's going to look to drive. Goes corner to Gray. Her three's up. Her three is good. And that extends the Trojans' lead to 21, 60-39. Gerber has it near wing here, up top to Vadova. Going to be a ball screen for her. She's going to drive middle, look to spin. John was ready for that. Good hustle play by John and number 22. Excuse me, that was Marcotte, number 22. That's going to be a foul. John is tired, I'll tell you that right now. Abby's working hard, but so is everybody else out there. That little extra dive there at the end to try to force that jump ball and get that steal, that might need or cause her to get a little rest. Cassette into the game for John. Gray to drive. Fallinstead with the save, back out to Cassette. Her three is good. Trojans lead 63-39. Nice play. Gerber couldn't get it to go. Deflected out of bounds by Gerber. Ball will go back to the Trojans. With 5 minutes and 48 seconds to go, Trojans lead 63-39. Both teams have 4 timeouts remaining. East Grand Forks has 5 team fouls. Barnesville has 4. Cassette goes middle here to beat the press. Snowball has it. Nice back cut. Good idea. Good read by Snowball. Pass just couldn't get there. Kovar is going to, good shot fake by Kovar. She had me fooled. Her drive. We're going to discuss whether or not Ava Fallinstead was in the cylinder or not. And that's going to be an offensive foul on number 1, Allison Kovar. Because if any part of Fallinstead's feet were on that white cylinder, that was going to be a block. But because she was outside of the cylinder, that is an offensive foul. Trojans enter the ball with Frederick. Near wing, near corner to Gray. Snowball loses it. Gets it across the lane route. She's going to hit the spin move. Her layup's no good. Defensive board goes to Cassette. Frederick's going to push up the far side. She might go all the way. Her shot's blocked by Vadova. Now Vadova's going to look to push. She's got Langrud. Almost a great pass, but good hustle play by Fallinstead to get back and knock it out of bounds. Torkelson into the game for the Green Wave. Pana and Auburn Hintz into the game. Number 15, Macy Pana, number 22, Auburn Hintz. Langrud has it up top. Her elbow jumper's no good. Hintz with the board. Hands it off to Snowball, but back to Hintz. Cassette to Snowball. Snowball will dribble up to the top of the key. Little dribble handoff to Pana. She'll drive baseline. We got a jump ball. That's going to stay with the Trojans. So Trojans will take it out of bounds on the baseline. Turnover on the Trojans, taken by number 22, Ellie Marcotte. She brings it up. She gives it to Adams, who's looking inside. Her shot is up and no good, rims out. Good play by her. Snowball with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Hintz. She'll look to push. Gets it to Fall instead. Kicks it back out to Snowball. To Cassette. Pana's going to put up a three. Her three's no good. That's going to be an over-the-back call on number 14, Annika Cassette. Good box out by Torkelson. Checking in the game is number 20, Carly Walsh for East Grand Forks. 3:58 to play. Trojans still lead 63-39. Langrid to bring it up. Nice back cut by Walsh. Throws it across to Torkelson. And she's going to be fouled. Good aggressive play by her, and that foul's going to go on number 10, Bella Snowball. It's the Trojans' 16th foul. Snowball's first. Torkelson to the line for two. First one's good. Checking into the game would be number 33, Ella Gerber. Coming out is going to be Tatum Vadova. Second one's good, but we're going to have a violation on Torkelson. She stepped across the line too early. Lindsay Rotz, number 1 into the game for the Trojans. Number 32, Jayla Amundsen. Full court pressure. Rotz gets it into Amundsen. Back to Rotz. She'll look to push. Skips it ahead to Fall instead. Up top to Amundsen. To Hintz in the corner. Rotz has it. Gives it to Pana here. Skips it across to Hintz. To Rotz. Rotz is going to look to drive. Nice dish to Fall instead. Her shot's no good. Rebound goes to East Grand Forks. Adams has it. Goes far corner to Langerud. Langerud looks to drive. Could get all the way. Her layup's no good. Good hustle play by Gerber, but she knocks it out of bounds. Checking in for the Green Wave will be number 10 and number 3. That's going to be Emma Marcotte and number 10, McKaylee Fitzpatrick. Amundsen to bring it up for the Trojans. Trojans looking to slow it down right now. Use that shot clock. Rotz is going to drive. That ball's knocked out of her hands. It goes to number 10, McKaylee Fitzpatrick. Adams will bring it up. Back to Fitzpatrick, who looks inside to Gerber, not there. Walsh has it. Back to Fitzpatrick. Adams has it, she drives. Hand off to Fitzpatrick. Back to Adams in the far corner. Good cut by Marcotte. Marcotte has it. Adams has it, getting into Gerber. Three up, and that three is good by number 10, McKaylee Fitzpatrick. Shot clock was winding down. She had to get a shot off, and she did. She took advantage of it. Rotz into Fallinstead. Taken away by number 20, Carly Walsh. Good play by her. She snuck up from behind. Walsh has it. She's going to drive. Dishes it to Gerber. Deflected. Back to Walsh. She'll let it go from three. Her shot's no good. Board goes to Ava. But we're going to have a jump ball. Good hustle by Ella Gerber to force that one. Checking in for the Trojans is going to be number 42, Alexis Paul. And number 5, Hadley Pearson. Rotz applying pressure to Adams in the far corner. Marcotte has it. She'll dribble. Good play by Hadley Pearson. Good hands by her to get that ball. Amundsen will bring it up. Skips it across to Pana. She says, why not? Her three's long. And that's going to be a jump ball forced by Alexis Paul, AP, otherwise known as LP, Lexi Paul. Another substitution for East Grand Forks. Looks like that's going to be number 22, Ellie Marcotte.
Subbing into the green wave, number 22, Ellie Marcotte.
Okay, and Coach Bonsa just took a 30-second timeout. So with a minute and 34 seconds left, Trojans lead 63-43. It's a 20-point lead.
We have a couple birthdays today. 2 Barnesville Trojans. Happy birthday to Olivia Power.
Looks like we might have just killed the scoreboard, so technical difficulties, and it popped right back on. That's why you get that fancy equipment, and it saves it for you, so we're good. We are good. Good job, Shadeza. Way to save that. Back in the olden days, if that scoreboard goes out, it's not remembering what just happened, and you're going to have to try to piece that together and set everything up, but no big deal. All right, Trojans will inbound here. Assuming they drew something up for LP here to drive. Her shot's up, no good. Board goes to Gerber. She's going to skip it ahead. That's Marcotte. She's got a trailer. Back to Marcotte in the corner. Her three is short. Nice offensive board by number 22, Ellie Marcotte. She'll go to the line for 2. That foul will be on 32, Jayla Amundsen. Marcotte's first free throw is good. Her 4th point of the night. Second one is up, rims out. Board goes to jump ball. All right. East Grand Forks inbound. I like that play for a shooter coming across. Pop right back for Walsh. Her three. In and out. Good play out of bounds there by East Grand Forks. Alexis Paul has it. She looks to push. Amundsen will slow it down. Pana's going to let one fly from the corner. That one's no good. Rebound goes to Walsh. Back to Marcotte. She'll bring it up. Walsh. Marcotte has a nice screen by Gerber. She'll throw one up from 3. That one's short. Good hustle by Walsh. Another hustle by Fitzpatrick. Ball goes to Alexis Paul. She's going to look to push. She's fouled on her layup attempt, so she'll go to the line for 2. Paul's first free throw attempt rims out. She'll get a second attempt. Second one is good, which I believe is her first varsity basket, which means she's only 999 points away from 1,000. Marcotte has it. She's going to dribble up. Gets it to Gerber, who looks to drive. Nothing there. Nice back cut. Good idea. Good idea by Marcotte. Let's see. Once again, Marcotte's shot is no good. Good hustle play over there by number 10, McKaylee Fitzpatrick, but she stepped out of bounds. Trojans will get the ball, leading 64-44 with 7.7 seconds left. And Amundsen will dribble it out. Excuse me, she'll throw it to Rotz in the corner. Good decision by Lindsay not to shoot that one. The final score here tonight, Barnesville Trojans 64, East Grand Forks 44. As we talked about in the pregame, big section game. So you want this win because you're 1-0 in the section. Later, when the seedings happen, it could be the deciding factor between playing on the road or playing, getting 2 home games or no home games, something like that. So once again, Trojans win 64-44. Hard-fought battle by both teams. Second half, you saw some fatigue, right? I think this game was an up and down. I know I mentioned track meet multiple times, but both teams want to apply pressure after the made basket, and when you continuously do that, you need bodies. You need to rotate people because you're going to get tired, and I think we started to see that with a lot of those shots being short in the second half. But nonetheless, we're going to wish safe travels to East Grand Forks as they head north. Thank them for coming down and wish them the best of luck to the rest of the season. As the sun sets on tonight's game, we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work and dedication displayed by both teams on the court tonight. Win or lose, it's the spirit of the game and the camaraderie among these young ladies that truly stands out. I want to thank you all for listening and supporting our students. Until next time, stay safe, and most importantly, go Trojans.